So Varl on the outside gets a good start. Ollie Eriksson gets punted sideways, somehow holds on, smokes up the tyres. Oh, now he gets collected again. Eriksson hits the bank on the inside and the outside, lights the throttle like Canard. A couple of times, still should get there first, though he's on the inside. And they spin off into the gravel on the outside and a roll as well. A wheel off.
That's a lot.
O João Pinheiro aqui, e aqui há toque. E, bem, é uma posição de facto incómoda.
Hora de largar y acá lo que pasaba. Todo se inicia ahí. Hay un roce con Escoltore. Reynoso.
Son los primeros y después todo consecuencia de esto.
Claro.
Reynoso es el que puede seguir.
Mala racha
Esta
para
es
él.
la anterior.
Claro.
Este es en el ingreso a la principal.
Involucrada, después se verá si se cerró antes Maceira, si estaba con la velocidad que venía y demás, pero lo cierto es que ahí se puede ver.
Acá que pasó con... Ah, allá atrás.
Allá atrás, ahí está.
Sí,
ahí se tocan, ahí viene Angiorama, la máquina 8.
Y Sarasqueta,
claro.
El chico de Santa Rosa, mirá
Se
vos.
terminan enganchando, se cruza el auto de...
Tomás 6 está Sector Guerrero cuando vemos cómo pierde el auto, ¿no? Se rompe
el auto.
Se rompe algo en el auto de Olmedo que lo pierde y le da ahí contra el paredón el veterano piloto de Córdoba Capital, que ha quedado allí.
Tá aí, ó. Ele vinha ali com o Jairo Andrade à sua frente.
Nossa, uma reação bem estranha, né?
Exatamente.
A hora que ele deu no freio, o carro apontou. O carro apontou pro lado.
Tá aí a imagem para você, ó. Tentou tirar, mas não tinha para onde ir. O Rafael Correia, que pena. Às vezes o piloto, do jeito que dava para tirar.
Não quis aliviar, né?
Exato. Ele veio
sozinho.
Não tem jeito, curva zero, meu amigão. Ou você vai pra mureta de fora ou vem pra mureta de dentro. A de dentro parece que é mais dolorida um pouquinho. E aí vem pra pista. Vamos ver se a gente consegue.
Rapaz, deu direto no guarda-reio ali, né? E ali não tem pneu, não tem nada.
Chegou a hora. 2 voltas agora. Ai.
Aí é pancada
forte do Pedro Antunes.
Escorregou.
Aí a pancada dupla. Seguiu na pista. Rodrigo Rocha.
He will be forced to retire. Oh no, there's another crash between the M4 GT3 and one of the Huracans.
Need to 450 horsepower. These cars have 585. Here we go. This is what happened to Paul.
Tyres already gone, look. Now, I'm sure I heard somebody say this was an easy circuit on tyres a little early. It can't have been in this race, can it? Will take over a car that potentially will be brought to her in the lead, except Kenny gets it all wrong coming out of turn 13 and around it goes. Throws away the race lead. He's able to quickly respond.
で争いはまだ続いていますが、荒川凛と古谷、荒川がポジションを守ってか飛び出した。3台のマシンとクラッシュがあった。1台マシンがクラッシュ。
And Laresson is going wide. He hits the wall. Can he keep? No, he can't keep the car on the roll. That's a heavy roll for the Porsche. But wait,
through go the AM-class cars and past David Burke. And then we've also had an off and into the barriers coming out of Sheen Curve. And I'm afraid that
might this tell us a bit more. That looked like a bit of a touch. Yes, it was. Now, that wasn't Nitiso Mabunda, was it?
Followed by Warren Gilbert, I think. Big spin, and that's contact and a puncture by the look of things for the number 11 McLaren of Michael Arant. Now, was that contact that...
Their way out, but no, that car's going nowhere. The Mustang is off as well. On slick tyres, they cannot get round Redgate corner. And here comes another one, the 31 Mercedes off. And this is now getting pretty dangerous, isn't it? It's a sudden, well, not a sudden downpour, but a big downpour. Off goes the Century BMW as well. Carnage, Joe, at Redgate corner.
Jesus Christmas, yeah. I mean, everyone's just got to be on the brakes halfway down the pit straight because your acroplane doesn't actually matter. Another one, I think there's a gap. I think you'll be okay. Oh, my God. Threading a needle here. This is like...
But 2 McLaren, I think that's lost it. Surely still on slick tyres. Clips one of the cars in the gravel, clips 3 of the cars in the gravel, and that, Joe, was behind the...
Take out Matt Nicol-Jones by the look of it. Just get it stopped. Matt really read that well, didn't he? Opened up, Petrovelli spun by Kaked, then gets round Richard Neary, does look Kaked, so you can see Petrovelli's down the inside, just on his outside. Now, bang. Yeah, Petrovelli did close the door more than it looked like from the...
Sean Balfe, lap after lap to do, and Martin does it straight away. There's contact, though. Say way into the side of Simon Orange. Around goes the McLaren. Other cars taking avoiding action as well. There's a tyre that has come off one of the cars and goes flying up the road.
What happened here? Plato down the inside of McLeod. That is big damage. That tyre stack actually has moved a long way, hasn't it? Hadn't appreciated that. The driver's now having to deal with it. This super slow-mo camera has earned its money today, just hitting the tyre stack. Hard from that angle, but Plato was a long... How near are we going to miss this? Can I just stop myself talking to the track? Let's have a look. Wallop. In his defence, it wasn't that tight earlier, but now with it moving after Plato hit it, it's really in the way.
As soon as he turned in and look, the left rear give up and went, good luck, mate. Lucky boy. That could have been straight.
Our director knew that was going to happen. That's why he did it.
That's why he went on board.
the movie.
Oh, right. He's on slicks. He's on slicks.
He's going for the...
So Selby was on slicks.
They're in kart number 12. He's up into 7th place, chasing Abby Pulling. Oh, and that's Mika Abrahams gets tagged by Bart Harrison in the 77. Well, Bart was on for...
yeah, little lock up into turn 1 there. You can see his arms trying to fight it, trying to get it turned in, but as soon as he touches that grass, he's a passenger. Nothing that he can do from that point. Arms off the steering wheel. Yeah.
So the XL driver has a look here at Ella Lloyd, bounces over the curbs, and as a result, lost a little bit of control, tagged Ella Lloyd, and Ella, that's heartbreak for her.
Yeah, she took the lap. Now, for me, yes, he's not maybe fully alongside, but he's enough there to be able to give him room. You cannot just drive to the white line and hope a car disappears. Deegan can't just disappear in that moment. That's my opinion on it. I think that maybe there should have been a little bit more respect there given. But yeah, nevertheless, that was a trip to the pits for Deegan.
That's
road, and it was at Williams, and he's off, and he's just a passenger on the wet grass, and kaboom, into the wall, damages the left-hand side of the car. He'll try and limp it, and there Bobby Thompson being forced out wide. Now there, look, contact, that was Huff into De Leon, and De Leon into Smiley, but it was Huffy that triggered all that.
Yeah, but he had a car on his left.
Yeah.
I think it was Ashley, wasn't it?
They like to match each other, so at the moment it's Bradley Gaunt that's got the upper hand in the championship, and he's got 158 points.
This self-preservation is pretty important. Then it all kicked off again between the two, going out of Riches, and that was a bit more bruising as they clanged the barriers.
It was. I think they actually checked up because the car in front got wide. And
Ericsson, what happened? Oh, Blomqvist lost it down low.
Damn it.
You saw Pietro Fittipaldi going down the inside and getting passed on his outside by Ericsson. And Pietro Fittipaldi
coming outside, you're clear.
And that's just a contact.
Nice job, Pietro. Nice job.
With the McLaren, I believe. And of Colin Milot. James, that's a big stop.
Contact. And guys, the irony is that this is exactly the same mistake that took Marcus Ericsson out on qualifying practice. Tom Blomqvist in the 60.
You got to see how that started.
James, it looked like 4 wide into one.
But who was the last one to the party? Because that's the goal.
We're in the wall, guys. Side. Clear low.
Just got high, got loose, and got in the wall. We've seen so many drivers hang it up on the...
James, I don't know what happened. It sounded a little weird, almost like the drive line locked up a bit. It was a weird loose sound. But
4, 5. Wow.
At least 6. He almost had it.
To find out now who are the wet specialists.
It's looking a little dry.
Off he goes!
Oh,
that's Bergmeister!
Goodness me, and that's Jakob Bergmeister spinning, coming around Poole. Right, obviously getting onto the grass, and it's very wet on there too, so that's, despite it being wet weather tyres, grass is never usually their friend. As you can see him stepping into these two in terms of a rookie standpoint. This is Alex Sauer. Just getting the rear stepped out and spinning the car coming through the source. Let's take a look at what happened. Oh, goodness me. The tyre coming loose, heading over Erosion Radion, just making contact with a barrier. And the Australian, fortunately, seeing his car through turns 3 and 4. I'm also looking on my screen. Roman Belinsky's car is moving. Oh, big crash. That is, goodness me, that very nearly going sideways. That's the 29. The line, yellow flag at turn 3 as well. Oh,
goodness me, that's a huge impact. Red flag. And that is the Polchini-Rolfin Icon car, if I'm not 100 race. And it's a great start for Diego Menchaca. He's leaning clear, coming through turn 1, but a huge collision coming through turn 1. And I'm looking at it now. That looks inward step. Of course, his teammate Diego Menchaca, and then Stanislav Jedlinski.
Flying off the back of one of the Ferraris. Whose car was it? It flew. Oh, there's a big connection there.
Oh.
The Porsche
Number
and
7.
the number 7.
That's Bashar
That is the
Mardini.
car collection Motorsport of Bashar. Opening for him to get.
Oh.
Oh, big slide from the 786. That's the Get Speed Kiki Saknana and Adamo Seika Amcar, and that is bonnet up. Have a look under there.
Straight. So car 35 is going to come in for a drive-through penalty.
Oh,
and we
spin.
see another spin. Oh,
Oh,
and
and
gets
contact
tagged.
with the Racing Spirit of Le Mans car. And I think it's one of the CD Sport cars, the MV2S Racing car. That has had a big shot. Oh, a huge shunt down the back. We have a safety car. We have multiple cars in the barriers. What happened? So it's contact with Francesco Giacone in their battle for position. They were squabbling over 8th, with Zalonka making the move, and then
what happens here?
and
Car
then
2 just loses it on his own.
I can only assume George King has arrived at the scene of the accident. And here, so we're going to see it's contact. It's contact with, I think, the BHK car, and thankfully it's not the ANS car. It's one of the DB Autosports.
But look, he's going through on the inside. Oh, he just clattered into the side of Nick De Vries. De Vries had dropped down the order, and that is why.
I mean, remember last year with the final restart there? Oh, and he did. He got a tag from Kevin Magnussen.
Yeah, middle of the track. It was front wheel against front axle aligned with rear axle. Whose ever fault it was.
Going to be the view from Joe Guan Yu. He got out of it really quickly. He saw the hint of that happening immediately. That is Esteban Ocon chancing one at Portier. The two Alpines come together. Alpine versus Alpine. And there's the contact. I can tell you Esteban Ocon is in the garage. And that is why.
You can see the damage to the left rear immediately on the car there.
Have come up in Monaco, and this is the reason why Maloney in
there. Dirksen needs to be more aware than that. Just joins the racing line and wipes Maloney.
Let's go on board. And there you go. No rotation.
The outside of Sandoval.
Tough moment for driver. But Oliver Behrman only in 6th place. Oh my word, it's a clout into the barrier.
Impeding there, so I wonder if when he was on that cool down lap, he lost it. Stanek there.
That's the leaders going through, and then wait for the car who is wide. Martin shouldn't be that far down. He must have got a take
there, waiting for any required action in this race. Will have heard that one before they saw it, and it really is. This one, literally made of the streets of Monaco, as we see that incident for Intravuva's.
Just when he thought his shift had ended, Sami Megatunev lost it.
We're just going to have...
There's Loke.
Loke's lost the rear on the way in, and rumble flag during the qualifying session. Won't be permitted to take any further part in the session, so Headley is out. And there, the incident, whether Montoya's gone off in avoidance there.
Running in the all-blue Williams colours there, goes round the outside of Leo Forneroni. Oh, spin! One of the Red Bull Juniors has gone round. Oh, big crash. We've got loads of cars involved in that one, unfortunately. Look
to the car of Lindblad. It's actually Lindblad who comes across to try to take the line in. Is he going to get a little bit of help on the way into 48?
Yes.
No, he's going to get a lot, isn't he? Yeah. Into the outside wall.
That was one of the road in Motorsport cars. He was
heading them down, and it's Solov tries to make the move.
Big crash in front of me. I couldn't avoid. I have so much bad luck.
And Van Hoopen then trying to arc the car around the outside, and is just way too far away from the apex to be still close to race.
Up into Rousset, we only get a partial view of it, but there you go. Well, that tells us all we need to know, doesn't it, Louis? just put the slick tyres on. That is, well, that's fastest through the second sector. Francesco Braschi now fastest through the second sector. There is Fernando Monhi into the, just taken his 4th pole position at Monaco in a row. Whoa. Sam Shaheen.
Number 7 car of Fella, and he got him into the next corner, not without a bit of contact though. There's some contact involving Lucas Dolst. It tipped off into a spin. Was that with Max Powell's Lamborghini? So into the gravel daisies, wasn't it? So no, he didn't get.
Maybe. I wonder whether he'd had a little help from Marco Wittmann, but maybe not.
Just lost it on the inside, didn't he?
That's one of these things in these conditions. Doing well just to keep it pointed in the right direction, but you just get it slightly wider. That grass is very, very soggy now and has 0 traction. So around it goes. See this, but nobody said it was easy in the DTM. This is Ayajagu and diving up the inside of Jack Aitken all the way to turn 6. There's some contact, and he sends the Ferrari around.
Turn 1. So the Mercedes to the inside, pretty unsighted by Tom Edgar, who goes to close the door. So Emil Yerdrum carrying a look about, of course, the first name named after another driver, but Jan Marszałkowski gets together with him. The 2 cars, the view from Jan Marszałkowski's perspective, he sees a gap, and then just as he's stuck his nose into it, he tries to leave it as late as possible in the braking. The 2 cars get together. Mikael Schreis spins around in that car, trying to make up for it today as he challenges for position, and that's the 85 car that's gone spinning. That is Alex Connor. Podium finish from...
Classic mistake at Line Rock.
Yeah, the drop of a wheel on the X of the downhill is not favorable. You better have the wheel straight. Let's just say that. Once that thing hits the grass, and you can see it like when you're driving this track. Oh, you're right. It is at the end of the straightaway. Excuse me. Yeah, Doug.
That's actually similar to where you went off.
Yeah. No, it's appreciate that, Jonathan. thanks for the reminder.
Well, it's the same. It's
is that Ron. Why you knew it? It looks familiar.
Yeah, no, because it's Ron I worry about. He's out there on his own.
This is another moment for Doug Winston.
Una buena tracción. Entonces, si esta se empieza a perder.
Uy, ahí perdón, marcó contacto. Se quiso meter por dentro. Se quiso meter por dentro Andrea Lozano.
One here crossing the seams and gets the right rear on that seam, it looks like, and just gets sideways. Those things can be so slick here.
And you talked about how slick this racetrack is, and that's actually the better corner down there, the easier corner 1 and 2.
Let's see what happened.
That's Amber Balkan on the outside of the 06 at Pound Nicolapolis. Watch the 31. He's trying to go to the outside, runs into the outside wall.
Brakes, yeah.
And there still wasn't enough room to get by.
See Greg Van.
O outro tem uma referência ali, ele acaba seguindo, no caso. Ah, não!
Oh, com highside e tudo mais, Lucas Gutierrez muito forte, um tombaço.
Espetacular. Antes olha o erro ali.
O Mauro Passanini saiu da pista.
Exato, exagerou.
É a sequência.
A move, but he's not going to make the corner. Heron is off out into the gravel, and he's going to make it all the way to the barrier, Greg. So I'm not sure what happened there. So here we go. Yeah. Oh. That was weird. I'd have to have another look at that. And it almost looked like Baz lost the rear.
手には鈴木幸樹が来る。モトバム。転倒。中山陽介を弾き出してしまった。中山陽介。こちらもまた決勝になって一気に上がってきました。転倒だ。馬の背で1台転倒、誰だ？なって。なんかみんなついて。転倒、佐久本転倒です。
Kita di sini. Inilah dia sedikit highlight Rigani yang teman-teman kejutan dengan waktu 1 menit 54.436. Adi dan Harus terjatuh seperti yang 2.40 detik. Dan harap ada yang terjatuh seperti salah satu pembalap kita dengan nomor 1. Nah, 2 pembalap harus terjatuh di sini. Amat sangat disayangkan sepertinya sedikit dan saling beriring-iringan, kans yang sangat besar untuk seluruh pembalap kita. Oh, terjatuh pembalap kita di sana. 2 pembalap harus terjatuh. Terlihat Fahmi Basam harus terjatuh. Tetap terhibur dan juga tetap menikmati jalannya race dan juga balapan. Oh,
Ada yang terjatuh pembalap kita di sana hadirin sekalian bersama dengan Irfan Ardiansyah.
Bellissima gara e qui appunto vediamo con il numero 18 Vianello che purtroppo vede la...
Ce la mette tutta, qui attenzione, ancora una high side, tanti piloti lo dicevamo, con Dalio finirà fuori anche...
Abbiato, dai, ecco, riguardiamo il replay insieme.
Ah, Ciacci mi ha agganciato.
Il
portato da Ciacci.
Sì. Però andiamo a vedere qui che succede.
Forse Morelli, porca miseria. Chi era l'altro pilota?
Sai che non ho può essere.
Let's see what happened to Masterpool. You saw he was off the track restarting the bike. Ooh. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I mean,
another look here.
Yeah, he's probably the best guy so far today that's been able to hang that inside. He dictated that whole start.
Oh, big pile up back there. Oh, wait a minute. We had Hymas make the move on Shimoda, and then watch Shimoda here. Boom.